Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball, waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
What's going on, people? Fam Entertainment from Level1Gamer.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 154. This is the Double XP podcast. We got a lot of things to talk about tonight. We're going to have some fun with the Dr. Umar. Yo, so Barry going to have some fun with his RTX on tonight. Listen, we're talking PlayStation, 25 games, over half of them being new. Ratchet and Clank, looking beautiful as ever. Lady Dementia Ship, the big B from Capcom is selling like crazy. We're going to start with the introduction. Start with the man that's no longer to my right, but the man with the clamps. Citizen Snips.
What's up, everybody?
And he's not muted.
Here. I'm not muted, but I'm here 2 weeks in a row. That's some kind of miracle we got going on right now. I don't know really what to make of it. But yeah, it looks like most of the gaming news, kind of importance at the moment, is down between good old Sony and Capcom. But it seems like it's all good news. A little bit of PC news sprinkled in there as well. So it should be some fun stuff for us to talk about. And I'm still mad at MLB The Show, if anybody else is curious.
And Mr. Beast. Still mad at Mr. Beast?
Always. He sucks. His food's even worse.
Yo, next up, the man that's always in your DMs. He seeing you with them emails. The non-threatening voice at Level1Gamer.com, the communications director. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
Oh, well, listen here, brother. First, I got to say that we're here to take over. And I don't know if y'all need to, once again, you need to hear this. Check your damn DMs. Because I'm going to send that man after you. Big Father Umar.
Father Umar.
You don't want Dr. Zordon Johnson after you.
Underneath him, in the box below, DALLAZ. Why don't I even try anymore? Man. You tried it. You tried it. And I succeeded.
Man, what's wrong with a little unity, man? UNITY, they say. Look, man, I was down to be one of the Black Power Rangers till I found out he was Zordon. Man, say when it started out with some nonsense like that, you know it's gonna be a good show. So yeah, I'm with it. I'm ready. We got some good topics. So let's get it.
My sister from another Mr. Slim Hugger, what's going on, sis?
What's going on, everybody? I'm glad to be back. Last night was a long, 4 hours talking about Resident Evil, so I'm glad to be back and still have a voice, and just hanging out with the crew. Let's get into it.
The co-host of Ready Press Play and one of the top reviewers of level1gaming.com. Chakalaka88, what's going on, Chief?
Hey, what's up? I'm glad to be here. I decided just to be a punk and just call out sick from work just because I didn't feel like working today. So totally outing myself, and that's why I'm here.
All right, you keep on. You're gonna be getting an unemployment boost every week. Keep on, keep on playing. Yo, y'all got gas? I heard some of y'all wilding.
Oh, I thought
Wait a minute, we
like
all in Texas. 1, 2, 3, 4 in Texas.
Right,
so it's really Barron. Barron, y'all got gas?
Oh yeah, we straight out here, man. It's just real expensive. That's how they beat everybody. Like, hey, let me almost make it $5, and then that'll keep you guys from hoarding it.
Yo, folks, I done seen folks put gas in trash bags, like grocery
It
bags.
dissolves.
Bags. That is the deadliest water balloon alive. God damn.
That's the natural selection water balloon.
For real.
Oh. People out there putting it in their Starbucks cups.
Yeah, like,
for real. It's like a birthday party during the purge. It's crazy.
Oh,
like high key,
Lord.
I seen nobody in Texas doing this. Like everybody been kind of just chilling. Like going. I mean, gas is high. It's $2.89, so it's high as hell. But everybody just kind of
We
chilling.
good. We got horses.
I just put gas in for $4.50.
I'd rather walk.
Work from home.
I will be an African foot soldier before I pay $4.50 a gallon, my guy.
He said I'm playing Sims.
Man.
Before-
What the old people say, Pat and Turner.
Listen, man.
10 toes down.
Just like with last year's toilet paper, man. Stop hoarding up everything. That's just making stuff worse. I'm just gonna put that out there in the world. It's just making stuff worse, man.
They didn't learn nothing from the toilet paper incident.
Nah, man. There was a lot of dirty booties last year. People told me their booty was dirty. Like they had to use the restroom and take a shower. Use the restroom, take a shower.
Man.
Like, imagine taking 16 showers a day. Y'all know how I
Crazy.
get down.
Black people weren't the only ones with brown cheeks.
Bro.
Bro, you need to take 16 showers because you taking 16 shits. You gotta, what the hell you eating out there? That's a lot of time on the toilet.
Taco Bell.
Man, every time.
Maybe stop eating Taco Bell till you get some toilet paper.
But it's so good. Listen, Taco Bell gets a lot of hate. But Taco Bell be busting. And I know it ain't real meat. I seen how they package it. Like I seen it, but it be busting.
It's
cool.
real. It's
I'd rather
real
that than
meat.
Impossible Burger.
You just don't want to know where the meat comes from.
Yeah, it's probably
It's Soylent Green.
just like most of the time it's Street Bird. We trying to go get you some orange chicken. We know what it is. But Street Bird be busting.
You know it's delicious.
That's it.
Street
That does
Bird be
remind
busting.
me. That does remind me
Man.
of a time where somebody tried to circulate a story that Chipotle was sourcing its meat from a place that, like, basically they were trying to say it was a lot of dog and cat meat. And, like, I sat there and thought about it for a while, and I was like, man, if that's true, that's delicious.
It is.
Long John people.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm like, that
Yo.
makes me feel bad because
Is this
really
poodle or is it?
Long as it ain't people, I'm good.
Man,
Man.
this right, this off a chain.
I don't know. Book of Eli made it look tasty.
Man.
Though.
Listen.
I mean,
We gonna
every
get- we gonna-
post-apocalyptic game makes it look tasty. You
good.
always
You got
run
them
across the
shakes,
cannibals.
Man, 'cause
We're
it's
gonna
so
get in the
good.
game of topics, but when you really think about it, there is a list. I think Hugger showed was a Hugger. One of y'all showed me like there's a list, like depending on what's going on in the world. Like when we get to apocalyptic times, these dogs are getting eaten, my guy. Dogs, cat, it's all getting eaten.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
eat your
If
family
it gets
pet.
bad out here.
Like I would
And then
eat
it's not
Shikamaru,
far
bro.
before we start eating humans.
Here's the
Me
thing.
too.
Here's the
He
thing
know
that I
it.
don't understand. Okay, if it's apocalyptic times, why are dogs and cats the only animals that are alive?
Because those are the ones we
there's
care for
there's
last. I could
there's
imagine.
no raccoons, no deer, no nothing else
Yo,
that you can go eat.
But
You gotta
the
eat
dogs
cats
and cats are
dogs.
last.
I'd rather it be dog than like Fred Lomain.
Why are they
But
last?
deer, you're asking people to know how to hunt. Most people that
Hey,
are going to
but
be in
what
the
if-
apocalypse don't know how to hunt. At least I'm talking
What
about
if-
the start.
True. Hey, what if Fred's
Because-
been like seasoned though for like 20 years of just like smoky
Baron
taste?
just wants an
Yeah,
excuse
been
to
seasoning,
eat tomorrow is
and
what it
cigarettes.
is.
Baron just
that-
wants a nibble
that's
of the
the thing.
toes.
Like, what if it was like mesquite? You know?
This is starting off weird.
Hickory smoke nicotine.
Yeah, why are we
Hickory
supposed to
smoke.
talk about video games? What the hell is this show about?
Hey man, time like this allows me like to go in the back end and like drop tags and stuff. So I love when we have these
Nah, man.
conversations. But
That people know
I
what
don't
they're
want-
getting into. If you've been here
Don't
before,
want
you
you
know what
going
this
in
is.
the back end.
whoa, I'm out.
Oh,
I'm
Is that going to
out.
be your delicacy in the
Whoa,
post-apocalyptic
Lord.
situation?
Hey,
The
listen.
you're in?
Listen, you gotta do what you
I mean,
gotta
he
do.
say
to
you gotta do
survive.
what you gotta do. You got-
Gotta see it through,
What
my
had
boy.
happened was
Got to see it through, my boy. got to see it through, my boy.
He
We
say if
takes
the only
no
side effect
L.
is still being
We-
alive is a little stank
we
breath,
take-
I'm fine.
man, we takes no L's.
Oh, but listen, we're
Lord.
gonna jump into the game of topics, man. Let's start out to the chat. Flames of Trevor, Mr. Kima, Hustle. Thank you guys for rocking with us, man. Do us a favor, share the stream out. Hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, please. About to jump into these game of topics. We're gonna start off with PlayStation. With Herman Lust came out and said that there are currently 25 new, 25 PlayStation games in production, and over half of them are new IPs.
Not over, almost half. Almost half, I think, is the words there.
Almost half a new IP. And I think this is the type of news I think Sony can drop that sort of make people forget about some of the things they are typically upset about with Sony. They can just say, hey, by the way, 25 games coming. Everyone like, oh, praise God, Sony is doing their thing. We can stop stressing about whatever we got to stress about.
I mean, we should hope. You know what I mean? Because that's all they really got right now is good games. That's all they really got on the horizon.
Listen to this
game.
bot.
I mean, I'm just saying. No pun intended, but that's all they got on the horizon. Is good games. It's not as if we have some type of like, I don't know, Netflix like service that we could use for games or anything like that you know they would have to live up to. It's not as if you know
Nobody but Hustle gonna correct me for saying Herman Lust.
I was thinking, I'm
I was
like,
just
you know,
gonna keep moving past it. That was
I was
it.
let you have this one.
I was like, damn, that was his
Host.
porn name or something.
I completely took host and like created something new. My bad, y'all.
You say I don't let you
Man.
rest, and I was trying to let you rest. Okay, damn.
Baron
Gonna
said
have that one.
lust. My bad.
I was like,
my bad.
oh,
Keep
damn.
going.
you want to go say nothing. We want to, you know.
Oh, I'm tripping.
I'll let you be, man.
But yeah, it's like, oh, come on, Hugger.
We started talking about eating humans at this top of the show, so might as well.
You haven't eaten
Wow.
pizza until you eat pizza.
But I'm sorry. Keep going, D.
Yeah, so yeah, it's not as if they have some type of Netflix like gaming service that's probably like the best value in gaming in 2021 or anything to live up to. So, you know, it's all
Never heard
good
of
not
it.
to worry about anything but games. But that being said, like that's where your value is right now with us anyway. Is games. And for people like me, that's good news. I mean, like we can say what we want. As much as I have been playing my Xbox over my PlayStation lately, I've been wanting a reason to play my PlayStation. You know what I mean? So that's good news for me.
You know, one thing I will say, I think people need to be careful with because it seemed like we got this subsection of people who they're a small minority, but they're so loud that they seem to be making up a big majority of people who everything has to be a big AAA 99 Metacritic game of the year type game. So a lot of people are seeing 25 games and are automatically going to think that every single game is going to be some AAA Horizon Zero Dawn masterpiece. When truth be told, some of those games are going to be the size of like Grounded. Some of those games they're going to be smaller games, and not everything has to be a big AAA spend billions of dollars movie type production. But Snips, you got something to say about this, man? What you got?
I mean, just people going to get all kinds of weird expectations, man. Just Sony has a track record, or PlayStation Studios, I guess to be more specific, has a track record for making some good games. It's great that they're working on such a great number of titles. It's cool that so many of them are new IPs. Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's not try and build hype that we don't need to. Just be excited that new games are coming and wait and see what we get. How about that? That's all I'm going to say. Let's just take a
Wait.
reasonable, mature approach
I mean,
to video
Patience.
gaming.
but you're right though. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with hype with a side of tempered expectations.
But who
And-
tempers expectations anymore? Some of us do.
Some of us should after
I
Cyberpunk.
mean, We had pretty low expectations for Abby's biceps, but those came out pretty big.
Mm.
Hey, listen, Abby was the best character in that game.
Ooh, spicy.
All right, I'm gonna leave now. I'm just.
I would have taken Lev being the best character in the game over Abby. At least there was a compelling story there somewhere. Something more than, oh, you're a monster. You like killing people.
You're a monster.
Oh, not the gumdrop buttons.
Gumdrop buttons. Man, but for real, wouldn't you say that say It Takes Two is probably one of the best games of this year?
Yep.
Ooh.
It
did
deserves
seem
a
like-
Game of the Year nomination, in my opinion, but
That's
that's just
true.
me.
Double A if you ask me. A lot of people
didn't
really
play
enjoy
it.
Vampire. It's pretty double A if you ask me. I'm looking forward to I like games by publishers that do the double A type thing. I'm looking forward to Biomutant right now, and one could argue that's a very double A game.
It
Um,
is a double. It's a AAA skin AA game.
I'm looking forward to Sifu. One could say that's a double A game. Another, let's say, if we want to go all the way indie and not even go that far as like people's opinions of it, Carrion was one of the games that people said was like one of the best games of that little time. Still
Undertale.
another Undertale. Like when it comes down to it, double A or even indie does not mean bad games, and it could mean some of the best games that you play all year.
Just
So-
a smaller budget.
Exactly. So when it comes down to it, I'm excited to see what comes. Truth be told, I think there's more. I have more optimism for that than I do for the Ubisoft thing.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? I'm siding with Abby's left shoulder here, but
That's left shoulder be popping.
but no, real talk though, tempering expectations, like just kind of reeling it back. But let's be real here, kind of piggybacking on what Dallas was just saying. What was the game on PlayStation? Journey? Didn't that win a bunch of awards? And that was an indie game. That was a smaller title. And they ended up making a lot of big waves. And I think we're really deep into especially, I mean, bringing in Game Pass, Steam. We're deep into the world of indies are kind of running everything and kind of set the pace. You look at Hades, you look at what just, I mean, even Outriders, they tried to. This is definitely not a AAA game. This is a double A game.
Yep.
It's a
AAA
double A
skin.
game all the way. Yeah, like, and with some good marketing, like, you know, and that's in Game Pass. But what I would love to see from them is flex. You know, don't do 8 VR games that nobody, like a mass majority of people aren't going to play, even though I got a feeling that's going to be thrown in there. I think we're going to get a lot of PSVR games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Because they've already talked the next headset's gonna have 4K, it's gonna have like all this stuff. I'm like, I don't care.
Haptic feedback is going to be a thing on the next PSVR. Like that sounds kind of crazy. I'm kind of looking forward to that because I know this Joker here.
That sounds creepy.
Don't get played. I open it up, you go see the dust in it. It does not get played. I bought it when it came out, and I was like, "Ooh, this is dope." And I bought Blood and Truth not too long ago. I was like, "Yeah, Blood and Truth gonna make me play it." Still ain't played it. And then this right here, I got 2 extra headsets. They just headsets. That's the full complete set, and those are just headsets for looks. I don't use it.
Damn.
How much you want for it?
What were you going on, Baron?
I don't know about
indie,
that.
right? I think as long as it's not a bunch of VR games, because they're throwing the big number out there, and we all know that like the PlayStation fans will eat it up. Like it's amazing. It's a great thing. What did they say? Almost half new IPs. That sounds amazing. But if you play us out and it's, you know, a bunch of VR games, like 5 or 6 VR games, does that mean VR shouldn't be respected and played in advance? No, that's not what I'm saying, because I'm looking forward to VR. I can't wait to check out into full dive technology. I hope we get there as soon as possible. I'll be the first to sign up. Talking about I got lost in the game for 2 years. I'm so down for that. Yeah. I just hope they're not padding the numbers and they really hit a home run with this one. I want it to be a lot. I want a reason to buy a PlayStation 5, like from a scalper. Like I want that game to come out where it's that good.
Like you said, using that number 25, I think is setting maybe unnecessary expectations. Like why come out with such a big number? Why not say, hey, we got new games, a bunch of new titles coming out, but you said 25, and it makes me worry like, are you using that as a talking piece? Like, yeah, I'm saying 25.
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
I think they kind of have to, because Game Pass is doing so well lately. They got to be like, the quantity and variety of games that people are getting to play through the subscription service is kind of scary to us. We need to let people know we got a ton in the works too. Because if they would have just said 5 games, you'd be like, 5 games. But 25 games, you're like, oh, snap. Okay, you got a lot going on over there. So I think they had to flex the number. I don't think they really had a choice.
I think about it. 25 games we're gonna see. Probably we know. Okay, we know that Thor. Why did I want to say Thor? God of War, Ragnarok, Forbidden West.
Mm-hmm.
What else has been confirmed in that list that we know is coming out?
Ratchet.
Those two in the same year is a big deal.
Yeah,
very big deal.
Yeah,
and
you
that's
get
I still don't
big
believe.
set piece game.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
You get big set piece games like that, people are going to forget this 25. Probably by next week, they'll probably forget about it. So I don't know what the method with the madness of the number was, but I want to see the people lose their minds when we do get like Dallas said, the vampires, the AA games that are amazing games, but they're not the AAA, high budget, massive set piece games that come out.
And what you got to consider too is at no point in that statement did they mention any kind of timetable. Like they could have just started 5 of those games like earlier that day. So I think that's an exaggeration, but just to say like not all of them are going to be coming like in the next year. They're probably going to be sprinkled out throughout the thing.
We're
but
talking
it is nice that they've got so many projects. Yeah,
this might be the lifetime of the gen too, to be honest. Because how many exclusives do we really get per generation, per console? Like it's not like you're getting hundreds of big enough for them to mention their names outright like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this may literally be up until the end of this cycle, which sounds crazy to talk about because we're literally still we're still in the beginning. But yeah.
And
that's not a bad thought.
Snip said it though, when you're thinking about 25 games, this is really going to be stretched out, because if Microsoft wanted to say, hey, we got 25 games coming out, we believe them, but we know most of them ain't coming out to 2024, 2023. So yeah, you can say it got 25 games. This on the surface sounds like, oh my God, look at all the games that are coming. But in reality, you're like, wait a minute, I'm not playing most of these titles for the next 3, 4, maybe 5 years at the earliest. And they do got big games that are coming that are confirmed, like this year alone. And I'm sorry, until I'm proven wrong, I don't believe God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn are coming out this year. One or the other. I know they say Horizon Zero Dawn is still slated to come out this year. I don't believe it. Well, I'm sorry, Horizon Forbidden West, a game that I love. I love Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't believe it. Believe it when I see it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fair.
We're gonna switch it. I'm just like trying to give
Chocolate
a room to come in now. He's like, yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, in general, like what I was thinking about was I could have sworn like Xbox said a similar number at the beginning of the Xbox One generation. Unless I'm making it up, but
no, they did say
scale bound.
Like a lot of times they would say like, hey, E3, we're gonna show 30 brand new titles. But like then was like an indie reel, like 15 of them being and they did that a lot. And it was like, why would you come out and say that? But it was buzzwords like, oh my God, Microsoft is showing 30 brand new, never before seen games at E3. When in reality, 15 of them are in the trailer reel, and 10 of them are small AA games, and then you got that one or 2 AAA titles. But yes, they did the same thing.
And they do a snippet, like where you see it in the trailer. It doesn't even show, like, give each one a full second. It's just like,
Yep.
beep, 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 beep.
I mean, that's how Cuphead became so loved because people are like, wait a minute, what was that 3 seconds of gameplay? Go back to that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back to it because there's this one game that Microsoft showed. It was an indie title, and Shift. And then the developers followed me on Twitter, and I was like, "Yo, this Shift look dope. If you ever look up Shift." And the game just never came out. But it was shown in the scissor reel at Microsoft's E3 2015 or 16. But the game looked dope. Just gonna put that out there.
Back in the old days.
I think it's great.
And that's 25 games that may not come out either. We know at least 4 or 5 of them are going to, but some may not.
You know the worst part about this is, by the time these 25 games come out, most of us still won't have a PS5 because they'll still be hard to get.
That's
okay.
The struggle. Look
I will
at
say this.
Chakalaka being God's favorite over there with his PS5 and his Series X. How's it feel to be God's favorite?
Ooh.
I will
I
say
had to pay
this
the price.
as a nod to Sony. Right now, they are winning the war for which next gen console I will get first because of Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank's the first game I've seen from either side that looks like I would buy a new console to play that. Because right now, my Pro and my X1X are doing me just fine. I see no need to try and upgrade them. So,
what we saw today looked
Sony's
like
winning
that Unreal 5 demo. You guys remember that Unreal 5 engine demo? What we saw today looked just like that. Like, wow. That's a system seller. But Chakalaka, did you say you paid the price? I think you paid a scalper?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
bruh.
okay.
40K.
You do realize you're part of the problem, right?
I
You
held
part of
out
the
for as
problem.
long as I could.
Hang on, you got money like that and you called into work today? What do you do, man? Let me apply. What's going on?
Man, I hustle, man. I get like side hustles and like just under the table stuff. Nothing too
That's
shady.
what
Gets
somebody
money.
who actually has a really good job says because they don't want you to come get their really good job that they found. They're like, oh, hell no, this is mine.
Yo, let me
You
find
know
out
what
Chakalaka
people
got
think
an
about when you
OnlyFans.
say you do under the table stuff.
How
You
much
be
did you
doing
pay for your
something
PS5?
$750. So about $100.
That ain't as bad as what I've seen. I've seen people buying them for like
Yen
$1,000.
or American?
Yeah.
No.
What's it called?
I hope
So
you
if I were to
mean
pay for
750 pesos, man.
if I were to
Damn.
pay for a PS5 right now
Too
in
much money.
Texas, it would cost me $540 with tax. So I paid $750. So I paid about $210 extra.
Yeesh.
You better than me.
That's not bad, considering what some of the
what's out
scalpers
there.
prices I've seen.
And then
Yeah.
the worst part is after I already like bought my scalp PS5 a week later before my shipment came in, I found a PS5 for $650 and I was like, shit.
I mean, at that point, you know, I already spent the bread, but you better than. I mean, because honestly, like, I didn't have a title. I mean, the Xbox, you know, I got it because it was available. I was really going to grab either one because they were so hard to find. But at this point, even though there isn't, you could say, well, Xbox has nothing for you to do anyway. Like Ratchet and Clank is that first like title. I'm like, yeah, like I really want a next gen console to play this.
I would say Miles Morales was dope, even though you can play it on PS4. But Miles Morales looks really dope on a 4K TV. It's just beautiful as hell, HDR, all that razzmatazz. I had to buy a TV as well to take advantage of the.
Keep on
Did you pay a
flexing.
scalper? Did you pay a scalper for that just to be consistent?
Keep
No,
on
no, no.
flexing.
Like go find somebody reselling a
He said, "I
TV
got
for extra
receipts
and be
for
like,
that."
yeah, I'm gonna support your cause. Come
I went
on,
to
man.
Best Buy and I told them to give me the best of the best, and then they're like, okay, here it is, and then that's it.
Is Chakalaka a gold chain gamer?
Man.
Like, I think
Hey,
Chakalaka is a gold chain gamer.
What's the
Said, I just
phrase?
need
It ain't
the best.
tricking if
I
you got
already
it.
revealed this
Okay?
on Ready Press Play, but on my gaming podcast, I said it. I spent $5,000 on my TV.
Oh.
Man, if one of my bills was $5,000, I'd be like, sorry.
You was broke bastard.
That's a wrap, I guess.
Listen.
Nothing I can do about that.
I mean, if you was a real one, you would just hook this all up with PS5. But you know, I'm not watching your pockets. We still cool.
Hey, you know the best part, because there's very few people who even have one to begin with. But at level 1, Chakalaka is one of the few people who has a PS5. So anytime like we get something like, cause we working on a certain title, I don't want to say it out loud, but if we get the code, Chakalaka's doing a review. I'm like, hey, we and so he got it.
Speaking of which, I'm actually going to be writing a review after this podcast. I'll be writing a review for a game tonight and submitting it like in the wee hours, like I always do, because I always have my best.
Like you always do.
Yeah.
And,
Sometimes I'll be writing and I'll see Chocolate on. I'm like, damn, I thought I don't sleep. You don't sleep.
Chocolate will have a review embargo that's up at 6, and he's up writing it at 3 and messaging at 4 saying, hey, if anyone wakes up, I got an article that needs to be published in 2 hours. I'm like, this Negro here.
Yeah, luckily for this one, there's no embargo, so I was able to write it whenever I want. But yeah, it's a fighting game. I'll be submitting a review tonight, so have fun with that one.
Beautiful. I think KP came back today, so we're gonna pass that one out to KP because he just came back from vacation. Yo, I've been talking loud this whole time. I took my earbuds out. I'm like, dang, I've been screaming. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's the problem with earbuds, man.
Yep.
Maybe
they really just block it out.
Nah, man.
Why nobody told me I was loud?
Because you weren't allowed to us.
Yeah,
Say it loud.
Yell it!
Say it
Oh,
loud.
yeah, look at that. My volume was low. That's why.
Yeah. Your volume was low. My apologies for the people who are listening. I did not realize like these are like suctioning in.
Because they seal the air canal.
Suspect. Because y'all always trying to say everything I say is suspect, bro. So I'm trying to say it's like.
Hey, we let you go with Herman Lust, so you need to chill.
You did, yeah.
Yo,
everybody gets one.
Y'all did let me make it with the Herman Lust. My bad.
Hustle was the one that didn't let you chill, man.
He
Not
said
us.
Lust. Somebody said that's that PlayStation game we've been waiting on.
Skirt.
Yo,
Isn't that already out?
Trevor's out here talking noise. He says that I'm going to need both my systems because I'm going to get fired for doing a podcast.
Chakalaka job looking like, oh, I see you. You ain't coming to work. Listen.
Did you guys ever hear that story? This is going to be an off tangent, but person got a internship to NASA and then posted onto Twitter, said, like something, I got an effing internship at NASA, and this guy posted underneath language, and she said, suck my balls, I got an internship at NASA, and it turns out he didn't have anything to do with it, but he was the head of internships at like a space program that runs with NASA, and she lost her internship.
Deservedly so. Watch what you say, man. You gotta watch what you say.
And your companies will look.
Wow. The streets is wild.
Like I've been going back through all of Baron's old tweets to make sure he ain't got to get fired. Like making sure he's good. As you
Baron
come in level 1,
posts a lot of feet tweets.
What's up with you and feet,
fire him
dog?
for that. That's just gross.
Hey man, it gets you from A to B.
No, you know what gets me from A to B? Capcom selling over 3 million units of my big beautiful bay.
I was about to say that's how you know gamers are freaks, bro. Because I'm sorry, if it wasn't for this infatuation with Big Body Bay, like I don't know if it would have sold that much. I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of people who bought that game probably didn't even go play it. They wanted to smack.
Don't put that all on gamers, okay? Humans are freaks in general.
Yeah.
Gamers are just happen to be directing it towards this one particular character at this point in time.
Yep.
Go watch episode 69 of Ready Press Play. We talked about waifus.
It would be episode 69.
On episode 69, y'all are nasty. Y'all are nasty.
It's nasty.
You know what's been bothering me about this though is we know Capcom, they don't really like women characters in their video games. Okay, whatever. But people, and we knew what Alcina was. We knew she was the bad guy. People were making legit crying, like bawling, ugly crying videos because of what happened. I'm not going to spoil it. But if you get to that point, and if you play Dark Souls, and if you don't think of the gaping dragon, I'm gonna be so mad. But people were so mad, crying, ugly tears, bawling.
I don't know what a
you?
gaping
Over this
dragon is,
game?
but it sounds inappropriate.
Gaping
Over
dragon.
over what happened to her.
Say after this we
Specifically.
can talk because I don't plan on playing the game. I haven't been a fan of Resident Evil since I realized that they don't really care about it being a scary game. It's more about
You go play
it's an
7.
action game.
It's
scary.
Like now.
Oh no,
No.
7 is terrifying. I still haven't.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Terrifying.
7, they
No,
really. We talked about this last night. 7 really went back to form. 6 was, the Metapod given a giraffe neck.
Yes.
5 was
Oh.
the beginning of branching off, and 7 they really went, hey, here comes Dallas with his goddamn
Dallas,
food, man. He came
Dallas,
with a
you might as
full
well-
Street tacos.
overflowing plate.
You
don't
gotta
have a
show us
brand
what
to
it is at this
share
point.
either, man.
He ain't got
Point
his.
the- point the
Dallas,
camera
what you
down.
got in your plate?
Point the camera down and show us what you got, bro.
He gonna drop it. Look, it's got a sauce container.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, Dallas.
Hey, bro, is them wings? Are they fried hard? Is them crispy?
How does Dallas stay skinny?
And he muted
Oh,
too.
no.
God,
Muted.
You
You
muted,
mute,
bro.
yeah, you muted.
I eat
Because we don't want
one
this to be a
plate like that,
mukbang.
She made garlic
4
parmesan
Dallases.
wings in the air fryer.
Oh,
Is that
sounds so
not
good.
there?
Air fryers are great things.
They are amazing.
Oh.
Sauce. What's the sauce? What's in the sauce?
Oh my god,
Garlic parmesan.
Bro. Come on, man.
garlic parmesan. He said, boy.
I think he means your dipping sauce.
Oh no, this is
For the
this is
fries.
just ketchup for fries.
Yo, Discord being stupid right now. Chocolate Frozen, Baron is going like a 2 frames a second.
I thought that was just me.
Nah,
No.
Discord is having it tonight.
Discord is dying during the podcast. Like,
Hey,
They should've
man,
sold
maybe they
to
should have sold to
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Ah.
like Baron is frozen like this. Baron is frozen.
It
like
wouldn't
this.
be
Y'all
a-
see that?
No,
he's
he's doing that.
just doing the same 2-step with a little twist. With the elbows up, side to side. He's leaning like a cholo or something. He's fine, man. Don't worry about it.
But it wouldn't be a level 1 show if there wasn't some technical difficulty. So
Mhm.
This is definitely on Discord because some of y'all are great.
yes.
Snips and Hugger, you guys look fine.
And I use a wired connection, so there's no way I'm lagging out.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
definitely
Discord.
not us. It's Discord. But I'm sorry. Continue.
go play Resident Evil 7. Without a doubt, you're gonna like it. It's definitely a return to form of horrifying and puzzles and just the goodness.
Move, Baron.
Forget that it's first person.
The
You
way I
look like
usually
the cactus from Final Fantasy.
Like, cause the pixelation
the way I
went away,
usually-
but he was still.
Cactuar.
Yeah,
perfectly.
No, Cactuar's got one up, one down.
yeah.
Alternate.
Well, that's what's going on.
And you're just like, ha, tiny cactus. And then it's like, bitch, 10,000 needles. And you're like, oh,
Lord.
That cactars, you think, man?
Mhm.
So
I don't
maybe
know
I
who
should
It's
shit
always
in
either
your
him or the
cereal.
Tom
Final
Berry.
Fantasy. Maybe I should go play Resident
It's always
Evil
either him
7
or the
because
Tom Berry.
all you guys are talking up questions. Even Mr. Keem in the chat said Resident Evil 7 is very intense. Maybe I need to get back
Hey,
into the series.
when I buy
Yeah.
that PSVR from Fame, I'm playing Resident Evil 7 again in VR.
Oh, Lord.
It's kind of janky in VR, I will say.
Trevor's telling
But
Phil to
look.
use the PSVR on RE7 to feel the
The
fear.
way I always
Trevor can't
describe,
talk.
it will be scary in VR because it's scary without it.
Mhm.
The way I usually describe Resident Evil 7 is like it's like Devil's Rejects or like House of a Thousand Corpses, closer to House of a Thousand Corpses. If like
Yep.
the people didn't stay dead when you killed them.
Yep. Honestly, yeah. I mean, in the first
Bro.
30 minutes of the game, you get your hand stabbed through twice. You get your hand pinned to the wall with a screwdriver, and your wife cuts your hand off, and then it gets stapled back on with
What's
a
up with all the
smartwatch
hand
attached to
stuff?
it after that.
You can also get your leg chopped off.
That's true.
That's not how
Capcom-
hands work. You can't just
Capcom-
staple it back on.
They explain it in Resident Evil 8 why he can do that. So,
The T cells.
Shit,
and they
explain it in
finally
7.
showed his face. No, there's a actual reason why, because it happens again in 8. She,
I figured when
Lady
he got his
Demetrius-
hand bit halfway off.
No, Lady Demetrius cuts his hand right off, and he just like puts it back on, pours the juice over it, and it's like good to go.
I'm about to explain it. Don't tell me because it's gonna be like a little bit before I play it. So
I think
Yeah,
I gotta play 7.
and y'all know Resident Evil.
That's
is one
what
of
I'm
my
saying.
favorites.
Like,
Yeah, you gotta
now-
play 7.
now
You
I
have
gotta go
to.
play 7. I haven't played 7.
Same cast.
What?
The only thing I will say, if on Game Pass, it doesn't come with the DLC, and apparently the true ending is in the DLC, which is stupid if you ask me. That's a very
That's what
Shadow of
YouTube is
War.
for YouTube.
But it's enough.
Yes.
There's enough in the main game that you'll like. I don't think.
Well,
you'll
it
miss
retcons the ending if you chose a certain way. I'm like,
You talking about End of Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop letting the
Damn, Dallas.
game
He going in on them wings.
I heard that.
Fame, go play it.
I heard that Lady Dimitrescu is barely in the game.
You're just one
Yeah.
of like 4 bosses.
Yeah, but her and Donna, which is House Benevito, they're in it for maybe like 2 hours, if that, and the rest is everybody else. Like, oh, okay, cool. And 2 hours is like, if you stick around. Did you see the mod? Somebody had a mod where they changed your knife to a fly swatter. So if she's walking away, you can go and slap her on the ass.
Yes,
And she
I've
just turns
seen that.
around.
I've seen that.
Classic. God bless.
Smack of the booty.
Didn't somebody mod Barney into it already? or
Yep.
no?
There's so many
demo.
mods already. It's
I saw the Barney
ridiculous.
one. It like replaces all the zombies or whatever with Barneys.
I think I would enjoy the game a little bit more. I love you.
You know what I'm so surprised in Capcom, I don't know how they do it, is it wasn't until the day after the game released that we found out who the voice actors were. The only reason we found out one of them was because she passed away during before the game came out, but they keep like a tight lid on that. A week before we found out the face models for the cast, I'm just, how does somebody, I just can't get over Dallas. You just going to goddamn town. I just can't get over how close a lid they keep on it when E3's coming and we already got leaks from that.
I lick them fingers.
Wow.
Oh,
This
Whoa.
is why we need a soundboard. This is why we need a
Whoa.
Content's
soundboard.
on the OnlyFans. That
I
content's on the
need
OnlyFans.
to grab that sound. Now lick them fingers. I'm doing it all the time.
Oh,
Hold on.
whoa.
I got one for Dallas. It's going to kill him.
It
You don't
rubs
like
the
this
lotion
name.
on its skin.
Like when Hugger got Jeff Grubb to say, "Oh yeah," can I ask myself,
Oh,
now,
yeah.
now lick them fingers.
Oh, Lord. A violation.
But yeah,
Very
good job, Capcom, selling 3 million units in like a week.
Yo, honestly, like that's amazing. Honestly, like all jokes aside, it just shows that, you know, if you make a good game, people will buy it. I do think a lot of this is built off of old girl big ass. I mean, that's cool. I'm glad that they leaned
It is.
into
That's
it.
called marketing.
I'm glad they leaned
Uh-huh.
into it because, you know, but I'm gonna be honest. Now that the game is out, I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand the hype behind her. She looked musty.
I agree.
Because she's
Listen.
hot and mommy.
Listen,
You
man,
understand the hype? She's on around.
listen,
You understand the hype?
Listen, it's called
Yeah.
big booty marketing. Okay,
Mhm.
it's a new
Mhm.
fad. It's just coming out.
That's what happened when you got a nice future
Like-
behind you.
She looked like she don't bathe.
Oh,
She can't.
they actually show her bathtub. And next to Ethan, he looks like a little Oompa Loompa. It's huge.
Yeah. Shout out
Like,
there bathing in pools.
I never understood the love behind this big old lady. I mean, to each his own. But I'm
Because she pale and she ain't got no lips.
Oh, shit.
But she got word count, so you know how people gonna act.
I never knew they could make the whole shape of like a 2-liter really sell. It's crazy.
I want that giant bath.
Oh!
Ah.
Hug-
I mean, shit. The way
I'm just
people,
saying.
From Discord.
white people was in love with Abby. She's shaped
Hey, man.
like a soda machine, so
I like
Nah,
Abby
she
as
saved
a
my
character.
life. She's so sister.
Abby as a character is fire, bro. Like, she made The Last of Us Part 2. The character made Last of Us Part 2. Just saying. As we go back to that character made
the gameplay made that was part. Well, okay, so the thing I love the most about Abby is her gameplay.
Bro,
Because she
them
let you go
hands.
off.
Them hands.
Mhm.
Weave,
Mhm.
hands. Weave, hands. Weave,
Mhm.
face smash.
Yeah.
Bro, I actually hated when I switched back to look, I didn't forgot the old girl's name, Ellie. And
It was
because
whack.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I can't beat people up like viciously. I can't throw them hands. I'm out there swinging my knife. Like, nah, bro.
One of my
Get
favorite
out
parts.
there and throw them hands.
Like
One of
what,
the greatest
Baron?
parts in that game.
Yeah, please do.
That's soundboard material right there.
One of the best parts in that game is right after the clip her wings scene, and you in the middle of the forest. The only light is a fire. That's one of the greatest scenes in a video game as far as gameplay goes.
Wait, what about when you come across them goons who was whistling?
And when the very first time you come across them, you don't know what to expect.
Bro, I can't whistle. That's why my dog act reckless.
Bro, I can't whistle.
Discord just keeps shutting down now, so I think it's getting real sick of me. Cool.
That meme you dropped,
Okay, Discord.
it would be perfect if that was Pan Am.
This Canadian Discord.
Oh, this Canadian Discord.
It's backed rigged US Discord because they wouldn't let me download it normally.
If it was Canadian Discord, you have apologies all over your screen.
That's like Baron's was always in the wrong district, I guess you call it, on Discord.
Okay, so it's funny. So I've been watching the hell out of the Mockingbird series again. Like, I don't know why, but we've just been watching it. And so I heard Pan Am, and then you just said district. This is chosen.
Stop.
So like, hey, that's the universe working, and now I'm surrounded by buff abbeys. So it's just, stars have aligned.
It's also, it's not my PC. It's Discord.
Oh,
Don't disrespect your PC like that.
This image of Baron right now, I've seen the same thing somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
like if
casting
Baron
Like
was a little white girl and Abby was black dude.
No, we're not. No, no, sir. No, sir.
They look,
And
the Abbeys look like they looking at Baron.
So death by Snoo Snoo?
Baron like he's supposed to be
Death
sitting on
by
the couch
Snoo
right
Snoo.
now, and he getting death
Spirit
by
is
Snoo Snoo.
willing, but the flesh is.
But they looking at
spongy
you
and
like-
weak.
They looking at you like that cheesy slice of pizza.
Ah, no, don't be.
Only the real ones understand the death by Snoo Snoo.
They look like you looking like a.
But
They looking
all
at you
jokes
like a plate of
aside,
wings right now.
speaking of death by Snoo Snoo, I love
Frustrated.
Adam, but her Snoo Snoo scene was the most uncomfortable I've ever been in a
It
video.
really was, bro. Yeah, it really
It was
was.
mad
It's crazy because
bro.
you.
It
I think
was
people
like
would accept it
Monsters
more if she
Ball
had
without
turned him
the
around.
like, wow.
It made me
Wow.
feel like, when a sex scene comes on when you're watching a movie with your parents, like it took me back to being 12 and being like, oh, I don't want to watch this.
I was mad uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think I was live streaming during that part, and I had to like switch to my camera. I was like, yeah, so birds
What's up? How you doing?
And
They could've left
what
that out
had
the
happened
game, bro.
was,
It was little kids watching. He had to explain to him. He was like, "So
I mean-
when a man and a woman love each other very much or are very drunk,
oh man,
You could have just done the ninja way and been like, I don't have to explain this stuff to you. I'm not your parent.
So like,
But then you
Pow,
also
pow,
have to dye your hair
pow.
blue and be a douchebag, and that's a lot of work.
How?
That's a lot of work.
let's not make uncomfortable sex scenes in video games anymore. Let's just leave.
We
the sex
started
scenes
it
out.
off of cannibalism. How uncomfortable can we get?
let's make
Facts.
comfortable ones. We need comfortable sex scenes. in
I don't know,
games.
man. Can we just not
Has
have
there
sex
ever
scenes
been?
in video games? I don't think
Yeah.
sex scenes are
Yeah.
necessary. It's not a movie.
It's like I had to.
If you
I
want it,
mean,
it could be. Let it
I
be
don't think-
optional.
I had to
like
drop
Mass
a couple
Effect.
of anime recently because they were being way too horny. Like, I don't need this from this.
yeah.
medium,
Yeah.
okay?
I mean, if
That's
they
just
had
weird,
one in
man.
Resident Evil 8, I'm sure people would accept it.
It was
There
just
is
modded
now
after
because
a while.
people modded it in.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh Lord.
I don't know, man.
Oh.
I think this might be.
I mean,
topic
they
for
made it
another
work
day.
in Cyberpunk.
I don't
They
think
really
sex
made it work in
scenes-
Cyberpunk.
They're unnecessary. Like, you're looking for shock factor when you put sex scenes in video games. I'm sorry.
Just let it
You
be
looking for
optional.
shock
Mass
factor.
Effect is optional if
Make
you
it
want to
a
have
quick
a
time
romance.
event.
Story.
Freaking
Gotta worry it.
Jesus is you're Chakalaka. Make the sex scenes quick time events. Jesus is
God of
watching.
War.
I was just about to say, God of War.
Yo, this is not
It was
Grand Theft
necessary in that
Auto.
game.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Hot was it hot coffee?
Hot coffee. Yep.
Oh,
Pot of
man.
coffee.
Oh Lord.
It was a legit quick
And then you gotta
time
like
event.
mash the button like.
Oh wait, what about the one in God of War? What was it, God of War 3
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
wait.
or 2?
All of them.
Two.
I think all of them
all of
had
them.
secret
All of
ones.
them.
Yeah, all of them.
Last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, circle. You had to press circle. Yeah, I remember that. And you got to, and then you get help from them.
Yep. Yep.
This man was running through the underworld, smashing Hulk smash. He did.
Speaking of somebody trying to Hulk smash and a company trying to Hulk smash and get maybe a little health in it, Ubisoft made a pretty big proclamation recently where they're gonna stop doing 3 to 4 quality games and move on to high-end free-to-play games, which explains the giant push that they've had for Hyperscape because they will not let that game die.
I blame Fortnite. Because it's still ridiculous. Like Epic, it can literally lose millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars a year and not be affected because of Fortnite. I blame Fortnite. And not saying that the game is going to be bad. I don't play Fortnite myself. It's very rare that I play free to play games. But I blame Fortnite. And I don't know how this is going to be. I mean, I don't really play a lot of Ubisoft games because the one Ubisoft game that I want, I'm hearing, I think it might have been Jeff Grubb recently was saying they're not going to make is South Park. Apparently there won't be a South Park 3.
Oh.
Which sucks because those games are amazing.
Apparently Matt and Trey are burnt out. They got burnt out from Fractured Butthole. Yes, I actually say butthole, like B-U-T, because I don't like to fracture it, but
Butthole.
no, it's fractured butthole.
Booty hole.
I don't see how that mentality is going to work. I mean, I do see it. And we've had this conversation several times of games that I think should be live services like Madden. You don't need to release the same game with diminishing quality every year. But like a game like Assassin's Creed, they're just going to keep it. If they're going to do like a live service, free to play live service kind of game, they're going to butcher that series. And people are going to be pissed.
Could you imagine Assassin's Creed ESO?
It would work out though.
Let's
if
go to this
ESO
region.
can work out.
But
because Assassin's Creed is not Assassin's Creed anymore, technically. It's a whole different, with Odyssey, it's a whole different now.
Yeah.
It's just Combat Creed.
It's barely that. It's Story Creed.
It's Creed Souls.
It is Creed Souls.
Well, yeah.
Trevor says they already announced the Division free-to-play game. That's a game that should be free-to-play already.
Yeah. You know, that might not be too bad.
Y'all know these microtransactions about to be ridiculous, right?
So
they're already ridiculous in-game.
Yeah.
Forget.
I wonder how they're gonna balance it to make it to like, because Warframe. I used to run it all the damn time. It was one of those free to plays that it felt like they did the whole microtransactions right. Like they were like, hey, either you can equate this to mass amount of farming or literal time. Like it'll, like, let's say I wanted to build a new armor. It would take like 3 days, like 3 real days. Or you can spend money, or you can go out and run these crazy missions and potentially come across something that'll help you boost the time. Whatever. They do things in a way that it's to either get you to spend more time in the game or spend money, which is a weird, perfect. It's almost like the perfect MMO in my opinion. Like how do you? I wonder why more MMOs haven't tried, or free to plays haven't tried to figure that out. Like that, either I make it to where it's cushion on your pockets, or you got to spend more time in the world. Like it, you know.
Yeah. Well, Destiny does the same. It's the reason why most of these companies, especially, I mean, Ubisoft isn't as egregious as some, but like, let's take an EA because I like to rag on them. They don't want a little of your money. They want all your money. They don't care if they take your time. They just want your money. Like they will give you full loot boxes to, especially FIFA is egregious, to get right exactly what you want. They got your money. They don't care about your time. They waste your time because they know you're going to get fed up. GTA 5, same thing online.
Ooh.
They make it so egregious. Unless you have Prime, it's not as bad because you get your 200 grand a month, but these companies don't care. And it's going to be up to the communities to push back, but since they're such big companies, they'll probably just go pull a Stadia and go, you know what, it's not working out. We're just going to move on and go back to the old reliable because apparently that's what you guys want.
How do you think they really stick to this? Do you think it's going to be something like?
It only takes
are we
one
just
game.
going to get a break?
It takes one game. It takes that Apex Legends.
Yeah.
It takes the Fortnite.
Well, like
it takes
GTA Online.
one game.
Demi said, GTA Online is not free to play because you do have to buy GTA 5.
True.
And same with Red Dead Online. It is a $30 or $40 game that you have to buy on the side. I think Hyperscape was a test for them, and the fact that it's dead. I mean, it's not dead, it's dead. But I don't know what they're going to do.
Pause.
Great. Yeah.
Can we talk about the fact that Chocolaka had hardwood floors and a vacuum cleaner?
Ooh.
Man,
Like,
still
this
work.
man is a serial killer. Like, it doesn't add up. This man is a serial killer.
Nah, he's got
He
the
said
carpet.
he
He's got the
eats a
carpet in
cereal
the
with a
kitchen where
fork.
you need it. Okay.
Oh my god. Carpet in the bathroom.
This man.
Whatever.
He can't explain it. He can't explain it away. Like, I vacuum my.
But his
vacuum my
floors be cleaner than anything else.
Right? Be
So-
shiny.
You
The
gotta
worst
keep
part
it
is
clean next to his PS5 and his Xbox Series X and his $5,000 TV.
And there's probably a Peloton behind him.
We're just too poor to know.
It is a
And then there's
Peloton, isn't it?
and then also like over here, right there, is one of those like vacuum cleaners that automates itself and has its own path. I never even took it out of the box. I haven't even programmed it yet.
Dang.
Boy.
Those things are annoying, though. I will say that. My parents had one of those. I came over one time, and like within the first hour, I was ready to break the dang thing. I was like, it just makes a lot of noise. It doesn't seem like it's efficient at all. Like, why would you want this in your house?
Well, it's our first mobile assistants. Like, it's progress. Next thing you know, they're gonna be making us
Kinda.
beverages, and then
It's a Rosie the robot already. You know what I mean?
Did nobody watch iRobot? People are like, robots are great. Did you not see what happens when one goes crazy and decides we are irrelevant because humans, man?
Hey, you know what?
I mean, we started this podcast off talking about eating each other, so
I'd take the
and
robots.
not in a sexy way.
Whoa.
I'd take the robot side. I'm not gonna lie. I'd betray all of y'all and help the robots destroy humanity.
wow,
Yeah, they kill you too.
I'm fine with that.
But they're gonna kill you last. That's the worst part. I'd rather go first.
Now, what's
I
gonna
wouldn't
happen
mind.
is he gonna fall in love with one of the robots and create a hybrid child, and then it's gonna spin off into a whole new movie series.
That's not really how reproduction works. But I mean, go off.
Yeah, make a cyborg.
I mean, we already have artificial wombs, so
You ain't seen Rick and Morty? Remember that time, Morty? Never mind. Let me chill.
You know what? When you have your little hybrid child, Kevin, you're just gonna name him like if they're a boy and a girl, name them 17 and 18, and then there you go. You're good to go.
Oh, see, you're making this sound actually kind of cool.
All I know is I would pick robots that would murder me over the entire human race.
What if it's death by snoo snoo by murder robots?
then he's definitely gonna pick it.
Then you name your kids 17 and 18.
Kiss them goodbye before you get snoo to death.
The
Listen.
spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and weak.
Hey, you know what? Demi is right. Y'all played Detroit.
I
Yeah, I know
couldn't
Revolution.
finish that game.
Hey, that game was fire.
What?
I couldn't finish it. I
That
couldn't,
story
said it
was
was
fire.
trash.
I'm with
couldn't
I'm with
finish
Fame
it.
on that one.
I couldn't finish it. I got tired of walking around.
You got tired of being in the civil rights movement?
I got
Oh
tired of
Lord!
walking around.
Oh Lord!
I think I
Been a little
got
too close to
one
real life.
scene. I was playing Jesse Williams or whatever his name is, and I was like, "This game is boring." And I think I bought it too. I don't.
You probably do have it.
Oh yeah. Took it out, played it for 2
There it
seconds. And
is.
I was like, "This game sucks." And then I don't know. Not for me.
Well,
I
keep
can't.
it for collection's
I can't.
sake.
Oh, see, and I wanted to. Where are you?
While Fame looks through his collection, do we have anything else?
Speaking of this, let's come out to stupid video. I bought this game,
Oh,
thinking it would get me to play
one
it in
last
VR,
piece of news.
and I didn't.
Mm.
Just yeah.
There is one last piece of news.
Yes,
The
what you got?
president of Valve came out and said that there are some Steam-only games that they have plans to bring to console. He didn't say which consoles. He didn't say when.
Oh shit.
But usually games always come to PC from console, so it's a bit of a reverse flip. And I look forward to see if the PC community is going to be mad, like the console community always seems to be when one of their games goes to PC.
So what you're saying is PC got no
You're right.
games.
Shit, they don't. Not anymore. They're all console now. Why even buy a PC? This is stupid.
PC got no games.
No
Put
games.
it out there.
Now you got to burn down all the gaming.
Bro,
I'm with it.
I'm trying to think. Like, I want to see how far Nintendo's willing to go with the Switch. Like, I want to see how far they're willing to push this, because I can think about a bunch of like random Steam, like deep, like page 8 games, like that would like be fun to play on the Switch. And it's probably like Starbound, which you guys probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Starbound, isn't it already on there?
Don't you lie to me. Look, don't you sit here.
Somebody would have to check.
Look, don't you do this. We've been having a good time.
I mean, from what we've talked to some of the devs we've talked to, it's
Motherfucker can't live.
God. I'm done with
Give
it.
her a break.
The internet said no opinions for you today.
That Canadian
It's very
Discord.
hard to get onto Nintendo, is what we've heard.
Not unless you're a calculator.
Yeah, because they got to make
A
sure they can
$10
still charge
calculator,
$60 for your game 10 years from now.
Yep.
Bruh.
Not everybody can meet that stiff requirement.
Trevor,
They
you
gotta
are
put it
right.
back in the Disney vault.
All those games are already on Switch, but there's a few that I'm really rooting for. Like I want to be able to play Starbound. I want it's just Starbound. I ain't even gonna hold y'all.
Starbound is.
They already
not
got
on
to man. They got Terraria on there.
Everything
Just put
eventually makes
Starbound
it
on there.
Switch.
Yeah, like I wonder, how do you guys think it's gonna be? Is it gonna be like an app, or is it gonna just be the games legit just ported on? Like, how do you guys think they're gonna run it?
Legit ported. Because then they make more money, because then they sell the cartridges that the companies have to print it on and all that. So
Limited Run is about to be killing it.
Yo,
limited
I
run,
love
first
Limited Run.
press, there's a whole bunch.
Right? Murder!
Listen, y'all know what time it is.
All right.
We need suggestions for the week. We're going to start with the top reviewers at level1gaming.com. The man who likes to drop his reviews at 3 o'clock in the morning. The man who's going to be reviewing all our PS5 games because he got the PS5, because he got the bread to spend the money on one. Chocolate, what are your suggestions for this week, good sir?
All right, so coming out to theaters this Friday is an Angelina Jolie movie called Those Who Wish Me Dead.
They still make those?
She's
And
about to be
also-
Marvel.
It's also going to be dropping day and date on HBO Max for 30 days as well. So
That's where I'll be watching it.
hey, there you go. So watch that movie. That looks dope. It's got John Bernthal as the villain. He is the Punisher on Netflix, as well as Shane on The Walking Dead.
Hey, my boy. You know that's his baby, right?
Yeah.
Wait, did we lose audio for Chocolate, or is it just me?
Whoa.
Okay.
What happened?
No.
Okay. All right. So that's for movies. TV show, I'm going to give it up to Jupiter's Legacy. It's on Netflix.
Is
It's a
it good?
dope
My
ass.
suggestion.
It's a pretty dope ass show. I thought it was pretty good. I watched it and
Hey,
it
with
was.
Chocolate.
What's up?
You remember what I said? Jupiter's Legacy looked like Sky High Part 2.
Yes.
It looked like the dark and gritty sequel.
I need
Yes.
that in my life.
Yeah, Jupiter's Legacy was like, okay, so the thing is, everyone's doing evil, bad Superman clones. There's Brightburn, there's The Boys, there's Invincible. Like, everyone's doing evil Superman. But I like this one, and with Jupiter's Legacy, they're actually doing good Superman. So
Yeah.
it's really good. I can appreciate that, and it's definitely interesting where they're doing like some social commentary about morality from back in the day versus morality now. So that's that. As far as anime goes, I need to binge watch Demon Slayer, the series, before I watch it in movies in theaters, because it's gonna leave theaters pretty soon. So I want to binge watch
I
that.
haven't seen it yet. I need to hurry up.
The fact
Yeah,
that
it's been in
y'all-
theaters
man,
for like
y'all better get on it. Come
it's
on.
been in theaters for like 2-3 weeks now. So
Well, you got to remember, I was in quarantine for like almost a month.
Y'all slack.
Man.
So that's anime, and my last recommendation is a game. For those that are like into the mod scene, I want to recommend that you pick up a mod for Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64. It is called Smash Remix. They just dropped the latest patch update like a couple of days ago. I want to say on Monday, where they added Conquer to the game. That's like
Ooh.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
That's my cup of tea right there.
He's playable, and so is Wolf and Falco and Ganondorf and all these other characters in Smash 64. And they have all these new stages, all these extra game modes and stuff like that. You can even play as Giga Bowser. So Smash 64 is really dope. It's like vanilla Smash 64 is whack. You got to play Smash Remix. If you download the ROM, and you can put it on a micro SD card and buy an EverDrive, and that's what I do. Is I use EverDrive and I play it like natively on actual original N64 hardware, and I put it on my TV, and it's dope as fuck. So Smash Remix, it's definitely for the win for me on this one.
Hey,
No,
really
please.
quick before we go to the next person, when is the next Smash or Pass?
Well, I'm only gonna do it online, so it's gonna be in July. But yeah, I haven't done an in-person event the last year because of COVID, and I'm not gonna do it again this year, just due to other circumstances, not COVID related. But hopefully, in 2022, summer 2022, I'll be back to doing it in person.
All right. D, what you got this week?
Let me see. So I've been playing this whenever I had a little time to play. I'm actually playing it right now, if you can't tell. Fight Night. I've been on Game Pass. So yeah, I've been playing Fight Night Champion. I've been playing a bunch of shit that I missed out on. Because I was playing PS2, 3, and 4. And I'm still playing PS3 every now and then, but I can't give y'all suggestions for that because y'all don't go back in time far enough. But I'm playing Fight Night Champions right now, and I suggest you play it because it must be good because I'm the only it's the only sports game that I play. Between boxing and UFC is all I mess with. That also mess with Fuser because I kind of thought it was corny when I saw the streamers playing it. Because I thought they just had to make it sound fun because they streamers and that's what they do. But as it turns out, it's got some jams on it. Y'all know me when it comes to music, so it's got my heart right now. Also, I'm tired of having to tell y'all to watch Invincible. If you ain't seen it by now, it's your loss. Tired of telling y'all to watch all the dope stuff. But if you black, you need to watch Yasuke. Straight up, because we need more stuff like that. Regardless of how you feel about it, because I might be a video, got my own feelings about it, but I did enjoy the show. So on Netflix, watch Yasuke. It's the anime
How many
about
episodes is that one?
like 6,
Okay.
super short. It's an anime about the only black samurai to have ever lived. Really like the first foreigner that was able to be that was ever a samurai out of 2. So definitely something you might want to watch. I mean, it's based on a true story, but there's magic and robots, like magic and mechs and stuff like that. So
The other one was Tom Cruise, right?
I was about to say Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Yeah.
The other dude's name was William something, I can't remember.
Cruise.
But yeah, he was Tom Cruise. So yeah, and this dude is what's this dude's name? I always forget his name when I'm trying to say it to somebody, but I know it. Dude from Sorry to Bother You. He played L in the Death Note live action American movie.
Stanfield.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Yes.
Yep. Lakeith Stanfield. He is actually playing Yasuke, and he didn't mess it up. So yeah, check that out for real.
What a resounding vote of confidence.
Right.
He did.
I say that because I've been kind of feeling a way about Lakeith Stanfield, and truth be told, it's almost like him playing himself almost. As far as the voice is just him talking normal, but it fits for this character, so it's worth the watch. Y'all go watch Yasuke.
All right, my sister from another mister.
What's up? For indie game, I'm gonna give you guys what we talked about a couple times. Vampire. It is probably gonna be a cult classic if it's not already a cult classic. Be warned, it is kind of like a Soulsborne type game. But if you love Vampire the Masquerade, you're probably gonna love Vampire. It is just really well written. It's a AA game by Focus Home published by Focus Home Interactive, which have quickly become the kings of publishing AA games. So there's that. Or a big game, because I've been addicted to it, Dragon Quest Builders 2. I don't know why my brain has latched onto that game, but I've been playing it up until like 6 in the morning every morning because I can't stop playing it. It's not hard like Minecraft where it just lets your imagination go. There is sections where you can have your imagination go, but there is like blueprints you need to follow and things you need to do, so it is pretty like grounded. For series, because Kate was on last week, Castlevania Season 4 is either it's out now or it's coming out soon.
Friday.
They've really, yeah, there you go, Friday. They've really improved. If you've only watched since 1, kind of a shame, but they really stepped up the animation. They've really put money into it, and it's really looking real good, and the story is really good. And for a movie, go watch Bayonetta Bloody Fate. It was came out in 2016, I think. It's the anime that goes with the Bayonetta, the first game, and kind of fills in some backstory, but also happens at like the same time that the game happens. So it's pretty good. It's gory. Not gross. It's gory. It's just Bayonetta sassiness. I think it's the same voice actors. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, you can't go wrong with Bayonetta. So yeah.
All right. Citizen Snips.
I just got one recommendation for y'all. Just anime this time. One I kind of started on a whim, and ended up being pretty interesting. It's a short one as well, so it looks like it'll be a brief little ride called Mars Red. Long story short, it's kind of a vampire thing going on, but the first episode, really well done, kind of grabs a hold of you. Unique delivery. So I thought that was neat, and it looks like it's going to be a good little show. 13 episodes currently airing on Funimation, so I would check that one out. Mars Red was the name of that.
Last but not least, Baron J67.
Yeah, so I've just been outriding and falling asleep to Fruit Basket.
Robots
yeah, so
Scott, or wait.
Right? Look, folks, if you got Game Pass, please go play Outriders. It's
Outriders.
My brain is like stuck there. Like I just it's booted up right now. Like I'm looking at it on my screen. But when I'm chilling on my laptop and I'm just not at my battle station, whatever, I'm playing Battletech. It is a turn-based mech RPG with deep like economics and relationships, and it's pretty cool. A lot of different things to buy and build, and time, and you get your ass kicked, and you're like a unit of like 5 mechs, and you got to take on like small armies. It rarely works out in your favor, but it's still fun. I save scum a lot. That's all I got. That, and I keep falling asleep to Fruit Baskets. And I always I'll start the first episode and I want to watch it, but then I like pass out, and then I wake up and it's like episode 13. Because I keep my Funimation on marathon mode, because marathon continues. And yeah, so that, that's all I got.
I feel bad sometimes because I feel like if it wasn't for me, Barry could have quit Outriders a long time ago.
Fruits.
I be trying to quit. Fame won't let me. I be trying to quit Outriders, y'all. And he'd be like, "Hey, just run this one more."
Hey man, you better quit it before the game quits you.
Oh man,
your whole Outriders.
Oh, and is it called Fruits Basket?
I think it's Fruits Basket. Yeah.
I enjoy the premise so far. I just keep falling asleep. I'm a big dude. and I sit in front of a screen all day. So I'll be like tired. I get in the bed and I hit the pillow a little bit like this. I do this
You
thing
sleep like this?
and then it. Yup. I got the dad. Hey, bro, my dad sleep game is strong.
You know, I be
Bro, they woke me up. I wasn't taking a nap, and they called me.
if your dad don't sleep like that, is he really your dad? You know,
Man, look on the couch folded.
gone. If your dad don't sleep like that, he is not your father. Go talk to your mama because she had relations with the milkman.
That's it.
Out there. Listen,
Take naps. Take naps, people.
My only suggestion was Jupiter's Legacy, but Chocolate kind of talked about that already. So, listen, we're going to get out of here tomorrow. We will have a Take 2. Friday, Peep Game. Saturday, Ready Press Play. On Sunday, We Rest. My son came to me and said,
Wascally Wabbits.
yeah. My son came to me and said, Daddy, why have you done 15 minutes of fame? I say, because I'm lazy, but I will do 15 minutes of fame this Monday. Tuesday, Cogs in the Machine. We'll be back next Wednesday. We did have a special guest tonight, but we have to do some rescheduling. We do have a guest. We had 2 special guests tomorrow. Now it's down to 1 because 1 we had to reschedule. We have a lot of rescheduling going on, a lot of stuff going on. We understand it, but we do got some awesome guests booked. With all of that said, congratulations, you guys leveled up to 154. This is the Double XP podcast. Get all your gaming news from lv1gaming.com. Please support the channel. Hit that like button. We got 6 shows going every week. Support the family. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Annyeong.
Anya.